Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I have the absolute pleasure in reviewing Enrico Casarosa's new Pixar film, Luca. And first and foremost, as you can tell, I have that little accent right there. I am Italian, so this film just means the absolute world to me. I did cry, I did tear up, just because it just felt like home. And I think that's the most important takeaway for me anyway while watching this is that I was transported to the Italian Riviera, and it was just beautiful. It was stunning. The animation, of course, Pixar, just amazing work. Beautiful images. What I did notice is that it was geared more towards children. I think that's why it was a bit more straightforward. The film is about friendship, acceptance, and really finding out what you're good at. What are you destined to be? It's all very straightforward, which I don't mind, but the emotional center is that of a budding friendship. And I love that between Luca and Alberto. Now, watching this and hearing Jacob Tremblay and hearing Jack Dylan Grazer, they were perfect voice actors for these roles. I love their dynamic together, and it was just fun to see the whole fish out of water storyline. Yes, I know 1,000,001 people are going to be saying that this week, but it's true. It was just so great. It was adorable. Everything that was in the water, the sea monsters, the fish, and everything like that, they were animated really well. And it was funny because there are lines that if you are Italian, you laughed at them, and I found it really funny where there was a Mr. Branzino in the ocean, and one of the names for the fish were, they were called Giuseppe, and it was just the funniest thing to me because I have 4 Joes in my family, I have 4 Giuseppes in my family, because these are names that you don't really hear as often on screen, so I thought that was really cute. And the design for the sea monsters, for the fish, they were beautiful. The colors, the scales. What I found really incredible was the transition from Luca being a sea monster and then transforming into a human. I thought that animation was absolutely incredible. It really blew me away that you got to see the transformation of the fish scales all retract, and then you just have the human form underneath. I thought that was really well done because it was just so detailed, and you could really point out that oh my god, the scales are coming off and transitioning into skin. So I thought that was really cool that they did that. And then there were dreamlike sequences that a kid would actually think about in that moment. So you are really being put in the mindset of a young kid. You have that mindset going in. It's I would love to have that Vespa, and then you have that imagery being edited into his mind, and you're kind of feeling like a kid again. And I think that's the most beautiful thing too about this film. It really just felt like a journey with Luca and Alberto, and then when Giulia comes in at Ponte Rosso, it was just so cute. Their dynamic. Giulia is one of my favorite Pixar characters now. She's absolutely adorable, and I love the dynamic between the 3 of them. And then this is where the friendship aspect comes in. Giulia enters a triathlon every single year. So Giulia enters every single year, and she's always the underdog. And that's something I also love because I look at myself as an underdog in my life. So I really, really identified with her. And this other guy who comes in, his name is Ercole Visconti. Now, Ercole Visconti sounds like a baddie of the town, which he is the baddie of the town. Nailed it. He nailed it. Looked like every single guy that you would see in Italy, just with the glasses and the Vespa and the scarf. It's literally what you would envision. But he was rude to Giulia. He was like, I win every single year. And then he calls her names and all of that. So there was a villain, if you want to call it, who's a bully. Basically, that's the antagonist of the film. And that's fine because kids always deal with some form of bullying. So I thought that was fine. Again, this is a kid's movie. What people fail to understand is that not every Pixar film is going to have the exact same emotional depth that is geared toward adults. And that is the difference with Luca, is that it's really geared towards kids. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. And that's why I think I love Luca so much, is because it's for kids. Adults can look at it and learn a thing or two about friendship within the friendship circle of the three of them. This is all so new for Luca, so he kind of follows everyone else's lead, and they all introduce him to different things, where Alberto's like, come join me on the surface. Let's go try to make a Vespa and like go fly around and build ramps and just go see the world and all of that, where we meet Alberto and he's by himself. So we don't really know why he's by himself at the beginning of this film. So Luca latches onto him. He's like, okay, yeah, maybe he knows the world. Maybe he can show me the ropes and I can live on the surface, right? So that is why Luca and Alberto have such a great dynamic at the beginning of this film. And they're outsiders because they're both sea monsters. So it's something that I really loved, because as someone who's always thought of herself as an outsider, this will resonate with anyone who has felt that way in their life. So to latch on and find someone with the exact same interests as you, wanting to see the world, adventure seeking, and all of that, that is something that is a basis of a friendship. But then Giulia comes in and the dynamic completely changes. And no, it's not because she's a girl, which sometimes it does happen on screen, and I'm happy they didn't go that route. With Giulia, it's more, at first it's more like she can help them get what they want, basically. But then Luca and Alberto actually learn so much about life from Giulia, because she actually knows what living is, what living in, like, on the surface is. So that's the difference between Alberto and Giulia, where then Luca kind of gets confused. It's like, but he told me one thing, Alberto told me one thing, and then Giulia is telling me another thing. They can both coexist and they can both be right, but living on the surface, completely different way than what Alberto was telling Luca. There were so many great scenes between the three of them. I do love the more intimate, vulnerable moments between Giulia and Luca, and then Luca and Alberto. I love those. And they made me emotional. They really did. They made me tear up, because you don't know what people are going through, what your friends are going through, because they're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to tell you everything. They may, and if they do, that's amazing that they do at one time or another, or they may not be ready to tell you things. So Luca finds out more from both of them, because it just seems that Luca's a very good listener in this case, and they end up telling him how they truly feel about themselves and where they want to go, and the reason why they are the way they are. So it's just so wholesome. It's so wholesome. But apart from the emotional moments from the trio, from Giulia, Alberto, and Luca, we have possibly one of the funniest Pixar films in a while. Like, I was laughing. There were so many cute moments, and there were like some cute Italian moments that I really loved. It was so fun and cute. And yeah, there were a couple of missteps. I did feel that the pacing was a bit off at times, especially in the second half, but I just had a big fat smile on my face. It was just beautiful to look at. The score was great. The music choices, the Italian pop music that would creep out and you have like a fun montage, like I love that. That was just amazing. But again, it is a film about friendship and acceptance and facing your fears. And that is why we say Silenzio Bruno. That is why we say Silenzio Bruno. I will be saying that for the rest of my life. It is just freaking adorable. I love it. And again, voice acting top notch from everyone, but Jack Dylan Grazer and Jacob Tremblay, they knocked it out of the park. And Emma Berman, my dear Emma Berman, Giulia is literally one of my favorite characters now, one of my favorite Pixar characters. She killed it. The most adorable voice that I've heard, she killed it. And I was just so happy I could listen to her talk all day. I fell in love with this just because of how Italian it was. And like, that's me, man, that's me. So it was beautiful to see that. Again, Enrico Casarosa, thank you so much for Luca. This is something that I'm gonna keep in my heart forever. I can't wait to watch it again and again and show all of my cousins and just, Oh, I love it. I can't wait to hold the physical copy in my hand. I absolutely loved it. Well, guys, Luca comes out this Friday on Disney Plus. Make sure you watch it. It's so much fun. It's funny, it's cute, it's filled with such wonderful moments. The animation is beautiful, and there is a cat named Machiavelli in this movie that has the best facial expressions ever, and it's totally meme-worthy. Totally meme-worthy. I can't wait for that to surface this weekend. But yeah, if you guys liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMXND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I will be talking about Luca all weekend because it was so great. So come join in on the conversation. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.